Well, hello everyone and welcome to your Friday's edition of Reptile News. Now, first things first, there's a couple of announcements at the end of this video, at the end of this broadcast, at the end of this news. Stay tuned, check them out. Now moving right into the news, the University of Veterinary and Animal Science in Pakistan has actually announced that they're working on a project on the production of anti-venom. They say that up to 50,000 people a year in Pakistan are killed from snake bites, largely due because the unavailability of anti-venom. Their current stock actually comes out of India, and it's something like $1,900, their dollars, obviously not ours, for the anti-venom, which they say requires 4 treatments, and by producing it locally it can be more available, save more lives, and they can get about $400 instead of the $1,900 for it. They also go on to add that exporting it for some more income for their country might be a good idea. They state that the United States and Australia make a massive amount of money by exporting their antivenom. Next up, the United States Fish and Wildlife Service say that there will be no further protection for the flat-tailed horned lizard. They say this is largely due to the fact that its range in Southern California and Arizona is far great enough for a sustainable population. I don't understand. I mean, our country is far big enough for sustainable populations, yet we still have endangered animals. One of the things on the list as the biggest threat to them was the construction of solar farms down in Southern California. We've heard about a few of them within the past 6 months or so, but the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service do not believe that this is going to cause any adverse effects for the flat-tailed horned lizard. And this is the 4th time that extra protection for them has been shot down, and the Center for Biological Diversity has said that they're currently investigating the situation and trying to figure out whether it's worth the effort to pursue it further. And here's a good one for you out of Wiltshire. There's a container ship port being built, and 24,000 reptiles were relocated from here. Of those, there were 690 snakes and 17,000 lizards that were relocated to areas such as an old army base. These areas apparently were under observation by them, and while they're not as close as they would like to have relocated them, they were more than suitable as far as the habitat goes. And the Wiltshire Wildlife Trust says that while it appears to be greatly successful, they still have about 3 years of monitoring to do before they dub it a complete success. And now for your announcements. Number one, there's been no news this week. There's been no show this week, at least, and the reason I just needed to take some time off. I actually did a vlog last night that kind of explains it in further detail. For those of you that don't care, just took some time off. For those of you that are curious, then there's a lot more detail over there. Go check out the vlog channel. I'll put a link over here so you can go see it. And secondly, there's a lot of concept development going on with what I'm working on doing here, and that means that things are changing. The concept is changing, the feeling is changing, the ideas are changing, ideas are coming, old ones are going, and it's all good. It's really good. Problem being is I really want to open up the can a little bit further, or at least have the possibility to do a few different things. So that being said, I believe for those of you that watch this on the forums, this is going to be the last video I post on the forums. And the reason why is because I don't foresee it being a problem, but I want to be free to say what I want, and I have a feeling that could potentially offend people on your websites. So I'm not going to do that. However, you can reply to this thread and let me know what you feel about that. But long or the short of it, I just don't want to make anybody look bad for something that I might say or do or whatever. So I'm just going to put it there on YouTube. That's where it's going to be if anybody wants to see it. So yeah, anyway, that's all your news for Friday. Check out that vlog post. No more on the forums after today. We will see you on Monday. That watches both channels actually knows that why am I holding the clip? The greater good of the future of Daily Reptile News, reconfigure some things with some of these new concepts. Which never gets old. The path to these dreams ends in a pot of fool's gold.